needed to be restarted real quick. Alright, let's grab this and go do my harvester. Excuse me. Trying to decide what I want to plant next.
So what are you working on, Tiny? What map are you doing, bro?
Oh, right now I'm playing the forest.
That's what made me ask him, yeah.
Survivalist game.
Alright.
It's an intense survivalist game.
I was working on Welpers today on 19. I'm using seasons.
Yeah. There you go.
And then the second day of autumn, got my harvest done, and I'm picking up all the straw pellets.
Oh, there you go.
I was thinking about...
Or I'm converting the straw sauce into pellets.
I was thinking about getting professional sewing simulator.
For what, your wife? Now she knows how to fix the button on your jeans.
All these games are coming out for simulators these days. I was thinking about getting professional garbage man simulator.
It's a real simulator.
I'm not surprised.
I bought House Flipper here a while back.
That one was an impressive game, dude.
It's an interesting game.
It needs a bit of work, in my opinion, to be a bit more realistic, but it's still impressive.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yay, woohoo, I'm 3/4 of the way done again.
Jeez, now I can finally get my cedar and finally get planting. That reminds me, are we using seasons when we three all work together on the same map? Oh, thank God. I would rather die. You know how often we'd see Abed's cow died? Every 5 minutes, that's how often.
Do a good job keeping my cows alive.
You do, I'll give you that,
never go
man.
hungry.
You're very good with taking care of your cows. We're all very impressed with that.
Thank you, thank you. I'll bow now. I'll take the
Hey,
check
Kylan,
later.
welcome to the stream. Oh, of course, you'd say that, Abed. Alright, where's my pickup? Right here. Let's get this thing out, because it's got a tank of fertilizer strapped to the back of it.
Wonder where the heck Ollie Miller is, man.
I haven't seen Ollie in a dog's age.
I know he fell off the map. I hope he didn't hurt himself.
Kylan, I am actually not on
about that guy
multiplayer.
a little bit, you know?
I'm on single player, but I'm in a party with Tiny something something something. I can't remember the numbers. And with the Abed.
Anybody in our group I was worried about, it was Ollie.
Well, that's full, so hopefully that's enough fertilizer.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Well, that's always fun, isn't it? Hearing those words. I'm almost
done.
Yeah.
Almost. It's almost good.
Actually, I don't remember the flatbed from 17.
Yeah, what was that?
I saw the one with Michael Keaton where he has to play, where he loses his job and he has to babysit his own kids.
Mr. Mom?
Mr. Mom, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I watched that tonight. It's an interesting movie still. It's okay.
It was an alright movie for when it was made.
Yeah, it's dated, but I mean, it was good. It was nice not to see a cell phone, you know?
Yeah, right? I was just a youngin' when that movie came out.
You know, I don't remember how old I was when that came out. I didn't go see it in the movies, but I went to go see 9 to 5 when I was a youngin'. I was like 13 when that came out.
Hey, Abed.
Yes, sir.
In FS19, is there a Lizard flatbed pickup truck?
In SF15?
17.
Yeah.
You have the Lizard flatbed pickup truck?
No, I do not. I don't waste my time with
No, I
them
mean,
until
is
I
that
got a
one of
lot
the
of money.
is that one of the mods?
No, there was no flatbed in 17.
I didn't think
Not,
so. No,
not on console.
not on console, Kylan. There was no flatbed on 17.
Not on yeah, just not on console.
Well,
Would have been on
What do you mean
PC.
by a flatbed?
It's a pickup. It's basically a pickup truck with a gooseneck hitch on the back of it, but with no bed on it. It's just a flatbed.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, it's not on 17, Kylan. So this is 19, yeah. Hey, Abed, I'm making a daring move here.
I'm afraid for you, man.
I'm planting sugar beets.
Yeah,
We did
that's,
sugar beets on Ballincraig here last week on 17th. Got
Sugar beets pays...
116,000 liters.
Yeah, it pays a lot of money for sugar beets, man. But the only thing is, like, you do one harvest and all of a sudden, man, they don't pay a lot of money anymore.
I know.
For some reason.
But I'm not planting them on someone else's field. I'm planting them on my field.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, in 17, I don't know about 19. If you plant too much of something, it affects the price of it for long term in the game.
Oh yeah, that happens on 17.
Right, and with the sugar beets, I mean sugar beets, for some reason, I don't know about every map, but in Mustang Valley, you plant them one time, you get a good price, and never again.
Right. Kylan, no, I'm not on multiplayer, but I mean, on this map, even if I was on multiplayer, the number of mods I have installed for it'd take you a good hour and a half even just to,
Oh, with all
like,
12
get
mods,
it.
really?
More like 132 mods is what it feels like.
He's just being mean. Don't listen to him, man.
No, I'm not really. I'm really not, man. I'm really not.
I'm teasing him. Subscribe to his channel, man. He's a good guy.
Well, thank you for that, Abed. But I'm
Can't
pretty
take
sure
a joke,
Kylan's
but he's a
already
good guy.
Kylan's already subscribed. I know that for a fact. He's been subscribed for a while.
Nice.
I had somebody add me a while back on PlayStation for to play FS19 called Galvanic Hoster 3. I have no idea who it is, so I texted him
Me
on
neither.
PlayStation and said, I'm sorry, but do I know you? Because he kept spamming me with invites to play FS19. Well, he doesn't have the decency to reply to me and say, yeah, I found your channel, I wanted to play some Farming Sim with you, or even, I saw you at Farming Sim, so I just wanted to see if you'd play it with me. He doesn't even respond, he just keeps spamming me with invites. So, I just basically just ignore him, because if you're not going to answer my question with respect, why should I grace you with my presence?
Grace him?
Well, if he's not going to be respectful, I'm going to be the king, man. I'm going to be that kind of guy, man. I'll be that kind of guy. Because I don't like people who won't even answer a simple question that's like...
What?
Oh, screw you, man.
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that.
Well, I mean, he sends me a message today that says, what's up? I'm like, do I know you? And he doesn't even respond after that. He just spams me with invites. I mean, are you going to accept that invite?
First thing I usually do is I check to see how many what their trophy level is.
Yeah.
Then I check to see what games that they play, and then I decide. So usually, generally, if they're like, you know, at least a trophy level 4 and have Farming Simulator 17 or 19, then yeah, I don't, it doesn't bother me.
I don't know what trophy level I am.
problem with the reason why I don't when they're under level 4 is because I don't know anything about them. You know what I mean? All I know is they didn't take the time to build up their avatar yet, and
yeah,
that just leads to the possibility that I'm dealing with a person that it's just going to be a harassment issue.
basically.
You know. You send me credit card. I love you long time.
Right.
You know, a lot of them come through on PlayStation 4, believe it or not. They couldn't get through on PlayStation 3 because it was Lexus. But this is
Right.
Apple. It's a Mac. So because it's Mac, there's, you know, it's easy to hack it. It's real easy to hack it.
Oh, it really is.
Sony's doing a good job fending it off, though. I got to admit it. But nonetheless, you know, Lexus is definitely better for gaming. As anyone that's had a PS4 and a PS3 will tell you.
Right. I got a worker planting the sugar beets, a worker harvesting, and a worker finishing a contract, and I'm running the semi with to empty the harvester and tabbing between them all to make sure they stay on track. Well,
I'm doing another mission.
Once I finish this mission, I can automatically start up another one and just keep making some money, which is what I realized in the long run is going to be really useful for me.
Right. Hey, Tiny, you know, I'm still thinking that, you know, if you learn how to play poker, which isn't that hard, you know, we can still get a group of 5 or 6 of us together and on a Friday night for an hour or so, just sit there and play poker and chat with each other. And my idea was more along the lines of this. I know people, you know people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We could have a poker game, you know what I mean, and invite, like, I don't know, Matt, you know what I mean, or a different person every week and have someone chat with, you know what I mean, that's different every week.
Yeah,
you know, so we got a core group of 5 and then one person that we invite every week.
It's pretty cool.
And I think that'll help all of our channels grow because we're all together at the same place, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, inevitably, Tiny, inevitably, someone's going to learn to become a cheater, you know, because they realize all they have to do is watch your stream and then they can know what your cards are.
Right.
You know, so inevitably, you know what I mean, the group's going to change because that's just human nature.
Yeah, that's... What type of cards you guys play?
I can't imagine it, you know, in other words, you know, like it doesn't have to necessarily be that, you know, temp is flare and stuff like that. I just want to keep the drama down to a minimum, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's how we do it, Kylan. That's how we do it. Just do it like this.
And you're not really a big drama guy, and I'm not really a big drama guy, but you know how it goes.
That's one of the reasons we left Connecticut. I got fed up with all the bullshit.
Well, that's everywhere you go, though. I don't know why you left for that.
Well, that wasn't the main reason. It was just a big part of it.
Oh, okay. Because you're already facing drama where you're at now. Matter of fact, you're probably facing more drama where you are now than you was before, bro.
Actually, to be honest with you, we're not. The drama that we were dealing with was caused by family.
Oh,
unfortunately, and we just got fed up with it.
Yeah, family drama is the roughest.
Connecticut was just too expensive to live in, for one.
That's a big problem in Connecticut, man. You just can't afford to live.
That was the main factor in us leaving.
Yeah, you can't afford to live in Connecticut. I mean, it's so damn, taxes will just chew you up.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes everything else more expensive because they got to pay the taxes too. And aren't they going to like a $15 an hour minimum wage, which is just going to make a loaf of bread $3?
Yep. Oh, it's going to make it more than $3.
That's just retarded.
They're going to wake up one morning and a gallon of milk's going to cost $15, $20, and a loaf of bread's going to cost 30.
Right. I mean, you're not going to fix the economy by paying the people more fake dollars.
Right.
It's just going to make everything else more expensive again. It's like they tricked our wives into going to work by telling them, you can have, free rights. You can have equal rights. Women didn't even want equal rights. If you look at women's suffrage, there's only like 10% of the women that wanted it. 90% of the women like, hell no, I don't want to vote. I don't want to have to go to war. I don't want to have to go to work. You know what I mean?
I want a man to take care of me.
Now, if your wife doesn't work, it's hard to get by, even if you have a good job.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid,
kind of stuck up.
Mr. Waldeck had 8 kids, and he was only a painter, and his wife didn't go to work. Now, I'm not saying that he was rich, but he was a painter. And he had 8 kids, and his wife didn't go to work. His wife, How many kids? Tiny. You know how expensive it must be to take care of 8. Imagine buying 8 pair of sneakers for school.
That's crazy.
That would cost him $1,000 right there, man. I mean, just to send your kids back to school probably cost him, I don't know, even if you went on a cheap, and spent $30 for a pair of sneakers, it's still going to cost you like $2 grand.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to the future.
There was a guy I used to work for when I was a kid, my first job at a laundromat, right, Tiny?
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I was getting really good money, believe it or not. I was making $3.50 an hour, and minimum wage was like $2.25. You know what I mean? I mean, I was getting paid really good money for sweeping floors in a laundromat. But he said, I'm paying you guys too much money. I said, is that right? I said, well, how much did you make when you was my age? He goes, I made $75 a week. Well, yeah, that was less than what I'm making. I said, how much was your rent? He said, $40 a week. So I said, you could pay a whole month's rent and then still take your wife to the movies and do some shopping? He said, yeah. I said, it takes me 2 weeks to do that. I need more money.
Yeah.
He never mentioned it again.
That's good, man.
I shut him down.
Awesome.
Shut him down.
You did more than shut him down, man. You basically shut him up.
But in all fairness, man, I was getting, almost, half a times more than minimum wage for sweeping a floor in a laundromat. It's not too bad.
That really isn't bad at all.
I mean, my stepdad was making like $4 an hour, and I'm making like $3.50 an hour, and he's like a wire winder in a factory, and I'm sweeping floors in a laundromat. Not real fair,
Yeah.
Also, I'm like 15 years old, and he's like 40. Really not fair at all. But life's not fair to him too much either.
Why would it? It just means his kid's gonna be a success one day.
No, that was a wrong idea. Still me we're talking about.
That is true.
Still make money. Why wouldn't you just have a worker do it?
That's what I'm probably gonna do. It's just
go out and
I'm
smoke
trying
a
to
cigarette
figure.
and let the worker do it.
What I'm trying to figure in my head is, if it's a big field and they're gonna say like this job, for instance, Sugar Beet was, they're willing to pay. Where was it? So I tab out and I look at field 16, see how big it is. All right, field 16 isn't actually that big. Well, they're willing to pay. Oh, that was the wrong one I was looking at. What the heck? It was this one. Field 51. Okay, how big's field 51 actually? Okay, field 51. Again, it's still not that big.
Right.
And they're willing to pay $28,000 for it. Well, you know how big a sugar beet harvester is, so I'm trying to calculate in my head, more than what I'm going to be making off that
No,
job.
absolutely not.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I have an idea. So yeah, I'm just going to hire a worker to have him do it.
So Tiny, I do think that that's a way to make all of our channels grow.
Oh, I'm game.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. Because no one else is doing it, Tiny. You know,
Well, that
like,
counts me out.
yeah. You're like the wild card whiskey. You're like, no.
I might be a bit more scary than the wild card, brother. I might be more like the run away, he's going to lose a fortune card.
We're not worried about that. I'm not.
I'd
Anyhow.
I'd even have to download the game probably too. Unless it has a tutorial.
It does.
Okay, good. Okay, contract on that field is
Now I
done.
know what you and Tiny should be doing this week, spending some time learning the game. Because I can get Top Gun to come in, you know, so that's, we can get, New Wall's too wild, man. He was willing to come in, but that guy's all over the board, Tiny.
Noah's a good dude.
I'm not saying he's not a good dude, he just flips out. You know, he goes off the handle like way too easy, man.
Oh, he's easy to get going, that's all.
Yeah. You know, that is probably how I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna get dramatic, I'm gonna have a heart attack and just roll over and go to sleep. So 12 years worth the experience to learn that?
Well, I will set Prominence Poker, you said it's called.
Prominence Poker.
I'll set it to download tonight. And I'll do the practice on it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see if we can't get, Matt will probably play. I don't see why Matt wouldn't play. You know, so... And, really don't. But the first time that he loses it, man, I'm gonna be done with that. Should play poker. You know, I'm your target.
Who?
I'm your target. Rick could get him to come in. And kind to come in. I mean, I can find poker players. You know, I'm just trying to find people that have channels. I don't think Richard has a channel. You know, and it does us better if everybody has a channel, you know, of at least 100 people on their channel.
Yeah.
Attention, because nobody really plays poker on YouTube.
Well, that's because it's hard to play poker on YouTube when someone at the table could be on your table.
In your stream, yeah.
Right, but if we're all streaming, you know, we shouldn't have to worry about that.
As long as you trust them not to do that, I'm down for it. That's not who I am. Cheating is not something I even think about.
Said Judas Iscariot. Said Judas.
The day I cheat on a game is the day y'all can kick me in the face.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. But nonetheless, yeah. So I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a big issue. I really don't. I think what's gonna be a big issue after a while is arguments. But that's when, you know, we'll just have a corporate meeting and someone gets blackballed. Bye bye.
Yep. Never to see the poker table again.
No, it's not that. I wouldn't go that far. Just, you know, tone them down.
Yeah. Take a break. You need it.
Right, exactly.
As long as it's not gambling with real money, I'm good.
It's not real money.
Okay, good. Because I'm not putting no money into a game.
Yeah. And we don't have to play for high stakes or nothing like that. It's not about the poker game. It's just about sitting and having a general conversation.
I get your channel.
And communicating. You know, helping our channels grow. That's what it's about.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I like that.
Because Tiny's been at this for a couple of years. I've been at it for a couple of years. Both of us have good content. You know, we should be over 1,000 subscribers now. We're not. Which means we got to shake the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? And try to work it.
Agreed. I've been going for 3 years with my channel, and it's not seen much action.
You know, and if I start contacting other YouTube channels, who knows? Maybe we could get some people that come in. They got 10,000 subs for a visit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and get a little extra attention.
Right. You know, then their viewers get to know who we are and stuff like that. You know, and that's why we leave an open seat to invite someone in every week.
I like that.
That's why I got to keep the drama down.
Hey
Because the
man, I
minute
can.
that it becomes dramatic, nobody will come anymore.
Yeah, nobody will want to do that.
Right.
Whoa! I just got $41,000 off of corn.
Liar.
No, I'm not joking, man. That's insanely
I didn't
good.
ask if you were joking. I said liar.
No, well, alright. Whatever you want to believe, I'll bet. I don't care. My viewers see it, man.
They lie too. They lie.
Are you talking about the pickup truck or the dump truck I'm driving, Kylan?
Yay, I'm 2/3 of the way done with this field. Almost money time again.
Alright, I have $396,000. I need to get myself a flatbed and some more fertilizer to bring back to the farm because my seeder is going to run out. And I really don't want to have to go and fertilize my field.
Next time I stream, I think I'm going to dump my harvester and whatever money I got extra, I'm going to buy the best harvester I can get with that money.
Yeah.
I was going to get the big New Holland to begin with, but you know what I was thinking? The faster you get it, the sooner you got to replace it. And then things are expensive. And my fields are not big enough for it yet.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. No, 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 you can't be popping up already. I just planted you sugar beets, you can't be growing yet. Not allowed. See how my
sugar beets could be like radishes. Like carrots take 90 days, but radishes take 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm honest about that. Radishes grow real fast.
Yeah, they do. But no, I know it says sugar beets on it.
I don't know what the grow rate on sugar beets is.
I could probably look that up. It wouldn't be too hard.
I mean, it's a root. It's a root. So, I mean, it could be anywhere from 30 days to 90 days.
Right. Oh, that was hitting me. There we go. Fixed that problem. I need to check my YouTube because I don't know if my chat's working.
Yeah, at least you got people watching your channel. I think the only one I've had in with me for a while now, I think that's you, isn't it, Tiny?
I actually don't even know whose chat I'm on right now.
Oh, okay. Well, someone's been
Tiny,
here for a while, but I have no idea who it is.
it says on my channel that you removed a message.
Yes, I did.
Alright, well, if it was bad, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Foul language.
Alright, yeah.
It's the only reason.
Kylan, please keep the foul language out. I've made my channel age 13 plus, and I can't have that on here. But I really appreciate you stopping by, dude. I'm sorry I didn't warn you. That's actually on me, so...
No, it's good that they watch your language anyhow. I mean, what are they going to do? You know, what are they going to get a job and at the interview be cussing at them?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, or, you know, get their first girlfriend and go to the parents' house, you know, and cuss at the dinner table? You know?
Not a good idea.
Right, I mean, the cussing thing is just, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a moron. Morons cuss. People with a half a brain don't have to cuss. I never listen to someone cuss and think, oh, I think that person's smart.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I ever have either. Alright, this one would work. It's $5,000, so that's liquid fertilizer. We'll buy that, and we'll get a trailer to pull that. And I'm talking to myself again, and I really need to stop doing this because people are gonna think I'm crazy.
Nah, they won't think that.
I don't know, man.
They already know it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already think it, man.
I got a bad sense of humor, man. I gotta cut it out. Someone's gonna bloody my nose one day.
Hey, man, I couldn't be more proud of you.
There's a man that doesn't know me well.
Alright, let's go
Where
pick
the heck
up,
is Chris Sanchez? I saw him. He's playing 19.
Nice.
I know he's on.
Let's go pick up the fertilizer tank so we can keep our things fertilized.
He has a tendency of popping in exactly when I need him. You know? You and him popped in on the right time the other day, man. That one kid was driving me crazy.
Somebody drove Abed crazy. Honestly, I gotta say I'm impressed.
It's not that hard.
I know, I'm just messing with you, dude.
And then, I don't know what the heck, not Connell, what's the kid's name there?
Oh, farming simulator guy?
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, man. What the heck was that?
Yeah, no idea.
I thought he was turning into a Vietnamese love doll or something like that. I mean, what the heck?
Little concerning.
It was a very concerning, considering that he's 12.
Yeah. It's unfortunate what 12-year-olds hear and say these days.
Well, I don't think he thought the same way it sounded when he wrote it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, he probably wasn't thinking about anything.
Right, because he's only 12. He's not going to understand that yet. You know, he's too young to understand that. But me as an adult, I'm supposed to understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure he dumped me off of the subscriber list. You know, but because he didn't understand why I got upset about it.
After that, I lost a subscriber. After that, went back down to 159.
Right, I'm pretty sure that was Colin.
Peacefully today. I sit peacefully.
But there was no choice, man, Tiny. I had to put a stop to that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
When it goes that way, man, you gotta stop that. There's no question about that.
Right, feel bad or not, it doesn't matter. It's gotta stop. Have the FBI knocking at my door.
Yeah.
Oh, bad. Yeah, that's me. Come with us. No thanks.
Good.
There's a joke. There's a joke going around. It goes, so 2 police officers walk up to a man's door and knock and say, "Sir, please come out. We need to talk to you." Well, the guy stands at his door and goes, "No." And they're like, "Why not, sir? We need to talk to you." And he's like, I don't want to. And he's like, so the officers say, "Look, sir, we really need you to come out and talk with us." And the man goes, "Us? How many of you are there?" 2. Talk to each other. Oh, it's great, man. The stuff, the jokes they come up with these days. Talk to each other.
I was listening to a comedian the other night, and he's so millennial, 32 years old. You ready, Tiny?
Shoot.
Got married and was already divorced in 2 years.
Oh, marriage nowadays is a joke to a lot of people.
And didn't even bat an eye about it. You know what I mean? Like, like you hung in for a whole, 2 years. Wow,
there's people that'll. I've known people that have been together for years. You know, just dating, girlfriend, boyfriend.
My actual mother.
Then they'll finally decide to tie the knot, and as soon as it's on paper and it's legal, it's They just don't want to have anything to do with it.
That's weird. So
My mother... Go ahead.
Right. So then the guy starts going off because he's talking about how he hates to stand in lines, and he had to stand in line at the airport to go to the bathroom. So instead of doing that, he threw a temper fit and walked away.
Wow.
And I was thinking, if that's a bad day for you, man.
Right?
I'd hate to see a good day.
You are a candidate for suicide, my friend. You are a candidate.
But no, my mother and father, my actual mother and father, they met in high school. No, they actually met in middle school. And they started dating in middle school, and they dated through middle school, high school, and college. 10 years after college, my dad finally gets on one knee and proposes to her. Well, after they get married, they were married for 42 years before my mother passed away.
Wow. Wait a minute.
32. Sorry, not 42.
Oh, I'm gonna say that was. How long were they dating? How long together? 60 years?
Well, they met in middle school. So.
Yeah, that would still put him. Sandeep! That would still put him near 80 years old, man.
No, then yeah. There was 30. I know it was over 20 years that they've been married.
That's a good amount of time, man.
But middle school sweethearts, you do not see that anymore.
No, well, I don't know. Sometimes
if you do, it's really rare when you do.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Tiny, when did you meet your wife?
What's up?
When did you meet your wife? How old's you?
I met my wife 2019, and we were married 2 years later. Or a year later.
That would be this year.
We'll be married 19 years this November.
Oh.
Wow,
okay.
man, that's incredible.
I met my wife, I was 28 years old. And then I woke up one morning and heard myself saying I do, and been confused ever since, man. I don't know what happened. I think I got roofied.
When my mother passed away, everyone in my family, both my sisters and I, were very worried about my dad, because they were very, very close. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we were very worried that the heartbreak would be what basically killed him. Well, a week after she passed, my dad calls us all up. We're all at our own prospective apartments and all that. My dad calls all of us up and says, I had a dream about your mother the other night when I was feeling really depressed, and she told me to be at peace and just smile and everything will be okay. And since then, he's just been the most cheerful guy again. I'm like,
oh, see that?
I have no idea what he saw or if he was just being delusional.
Nah, it doesn't matter. He had an epiphany. That's what we call that.
Yeah, I was just so glad because we were all so concerned.
Never question an epiphany if it works out for your favor.
Yeah, we were all very worried, but now we're all like, I'm sitting here gaming with you and I'm not even worried about him.
Don't fix what isn't broken.
Yeah.
That's one saying. You know, there's several sayings for that. You know, don't kick the bear.
Don't kick the bear. That's a good one.
It's always a good idea not to kick the bear.
Right.
I'm gonna smoke part of a cigarette and chat before I capture this other field. Hit a quick save. Hour and a half without a cigarette. That's a fair amount of time.
That's honestly crazy.
Crazy. So a pastor, a lawyer, and a doctor go hunting.
Yep.
They're out there all day. Don't even see a deer. Finally, dusk is coming. They see a deer. All three of them line up and fire. The deer drops. They all go running over to see who shot the deer. the deer was only hit one time, so they all start arguing over who actually hit the deer. The ranger comes over, he says, I can solve this problem. He says, how can you solve this problem? He says, I've been a ranger for 40 years, I know my business, I can solve this problem. He says, okay, you go ahead and give it a try then. The ranger gets down, he's down there for 30 seconds, he comes back up, he says, the pastor shot him. Yeah, come on, how do you know the pastor shot him? He says, the bullet went in one ear and out the other.
That's good. I like that.
Well, they'll listen to the doctor and the lawyer. They ain't listening to the pastor. They ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right. Alright, time to take on another job.
Of course, in all fairness, most of the pastors today are more worried about how much you're going to give them. Now, I don't like to preach about money, but we're going to preach about money. If you give God $10, he'll give you $100. If you give him $100, he'll give you $1,000. And if you give him $1,000, well, I'll give you this tie. Well, not this tie, but a tie that looks just like it.
It's amazing how that works, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolute insanity, and people actually pay him money. I mean, that's the part that really gets me. Like, really? You bought into that? You know, and then they got this half-hour program. You ready? It starts out with this nice music. You know, there goes 5 minutes. Then a nice voice guy doing the introduction. There goes 5 minutes. And then the book thing, you know. Oh, you know, for a love gift of $25, we'll send you this book that cost me 50 cents to print. It cost me.
Hey, Joe. Joe,
you know,
go close that window. Go close the kitchen window.
Yeah, you're right about that, Abed.
Then by the time they actually get down to preaching, they got 4 minutes left, and the 4 minutes consists of, well, Bob, last week, you know, we talked about, yeah, that's right, Joe, we did talk about that, didn't we? You know, now another
there's
2
no
minutes is wasted. Nah, there's none. There's
my
none,
dad,
you know? And what they do say is bullshit.
My dad's a preacher for his church. Well, he's not a preacher, but he's in the process of becoming a pastor. He's going for his license and everything like that. But he runs a Bible study in there. And you know how most Bible studies...
Right?
Well, at the Catholic Church you need something or other. I don't know.
Oh, the Catholic Church, you got to go to college.
Yeah, he's doing all that. He's doing all that crap. But my dad, he doesn't take nonsense. He's a solid Christian man. And whenever somebody starts straying off topic in his Bible studies, he just gives them this look that's like, what does that have to do with this? Oh, it's just nerve-wracking, dude. So I sat in on one of his Bible studies once. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening to him, and he's interacting with the students, right? He's asking them questions about stuff in the scripture.
Wow,
and all I'm hearing
finally.
from these from the students he's got are just dumb answers. Because I mean, you grow up as the son of a pastor, or even a religious man, you're gonna know the Bible exactly. I'm sitting here like, what does that even have to do with what he's talking about? Finally, I get so fed up with it, I interrupt one of the people talking and say, look, just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. This is what happened. This is how it went down. This is what's gonna happen. This is what it all means. And everybody just stares at me like I'm a psycho, waiting for my dad to give me that look. And my dad just looks at me with the most pride I've ever seen him show and says, that is absolutely right. And I'm like, see? That's all you gotta say to him, and he's happy.
I heard this one guy say one time that his dad was preaching and called him up at 12 years old to testify, and his parents weren't divorced, and you know, he'd never been hungry or nothing like that, and he didn't really have a testimony. So he stood up there and said, my name is so-and-so, and I have a drinking problem.
Like it's
12 years old.
Oh, man. I have a drinking problem. That's good. Oh man, I'll bet you're a hoot tonight.
I was thinking that's a sense of humor.
Right?
Oh, you know everybody had to crack up. It's like one time I'm in church, right? And the pastor yells out, "Where are y'all gonna be in 15 years?" Well, I looked around and like I'm the youngest person there, and I was like 52 years old at the time. And I mean, I'm like the youngest by a good 10 years. So I jumped right up and I said, "They're gonna be across the street." That's where the graveyard was.
You smart ass.
Needless to say, I didn't get many applause. Needless to say.
Needless to say, I don't think you got any, y'all, man.
But I wasn't lying. They will probably all be across the street.
That's the truth, man. They probably would be.
Alright, I have all my debt paid.
Same here. I got 2 harvesters going on a mission.
So I'm gonna have $300,000 to spend on a
harvester.
Well, yeah, I need I can't remember the name of it now. I need a blah 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 trailer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I need a trailer too. I got the original trailer.
That thing's crap.
I only hold, yeah. I got to get rid of that. So I got to spend some money on a trailer and then what I can afford for a harvester.
Not going to be a very big harvester if you go big on trailers.
Well, I'm not going to get a big trailer either. I don't have a good tractor or a semi to pull the trailer.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, I'm going to have to just get something a little bit better, maybe 21,000 liters, you know what I mean? $40,000 on that and 200 and change on a harvester with the header.
In change? 200,000 in change? Yeah, okay, man. Oh, and change. I thought you said in change. I'm like, what are you doing, paying for this harvester in pennies?
Hey, if they'll take it, I'll get it.
Right?
That's not actually a joke. My father replaced the floorboard in our cattle trailer once in that specific way.
Nice.
There's a guy on YouTube who went and bought a Corvette with nothing but pennies.
He saved all of his change every day. And
oh, I do too.
Put it in. You know, he had coin jars all over their bedroom, my parents' bedroom, and every night he'd empty his pockets and it got put away. And when there was enough to roll it up, he'd roll it up. And it got to the point where our cattle trailer, the floor rotted out, and he was able to buy all the pine wood needed to replace the whole thing with all the pennies he'd saved over the years. I'll never forget.
That's awesome, man.
My parents spent 3 nights counting out 50 cents in pennies and rolling it up. And then my mother took it to the bank and told the bank she needed to cash all the pennies in, and they kind of looked at her funny. And she goes, "This is not a joke. I need to cash. I need this all in bills." And it took them an hour and a half to sort it out, make sure it was all pennies, and give it to her in cash value.
That's crazy.
That's like one time, Tiny, I go to this auction house, right?
Mm.
And they have, you know, like the silver candlesticks that are just silver layered and stuff like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're silver, but there's stuff underneath and they're cement filled, you know, and they had a bunch of that and stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I bid on this box of silver. I bid 10. Another guy bids 20. I bid 30, and I hear crickets. So I get this box for $33. Well, I go to pick up the box later on that night, and they go, "It's not just this box, it's this one underneath it, too." Well, this is all just bonus, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I go down to David Reynolds, you know, my place I was working at the time, and we stopped breaking it all up. 4 hours later, we were done breaking it up. $965 in scrap.
Wow.
For $33.
Nice.
That's...
At an auction house.
Well, you definitely made your money back.
Oh, yeah. And at the time, silver was only $7 an ounce. So I
Right.
mean that'll tell you how much was there. And
Mhm.
you don't get paid $7 an ounce for sterling. Sterling's only 92.5% pure.
Right.
So it's not, it's not the same thing as, like pure silver. It's not 999 fine. It's
Right.
Yeah.
925.
That's crazy though.
That was a good day.
I
One
bet it
time I
was,
go
man.
to a yard sale and I asked the lady, I go, how much do you want for this ring? She goes, that's 14 karat gold. I'm gonna have to get at least $5 for that. I had $51.38. When I left, she had $51.38. I went down and I scrapped. I got like, I don't know, like $900 in scrap. I kept a big lapis ring that was 14 karat gold. I kept an 18 karat gold necklace pendant that had four big rubies in it, and then an even bigger center ruby. And a set of earrings, and I gave all of that to my wife. Now the horror story in that is my wife turned around a few years later and gave it to her kids.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, she wanted to leave something for the kids, so she left them all of her jewelry, and almost all of her jewelry I bought. I was mad, man.
I would be
I'm
too,
still mad
brother.
about it. I'm still mad about it.
Yeah, that's some expensive stuff right there.
Oh, I figured that ruby pendant was probably cost $7,000 or $8,000 to replace that. She had no
Right.
idea, you know what I mean? She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't know. But that doesn't change the fact. Best day I ever had though was really weird.
Yeah.
I go into this antique store and the guy's name is Doc.
Yep.
And I go, hey, what's up, Doc? He goes, all bad, I got this big bag of nickels here, old nickels. I go, Doc, there's not a whole lot I can do with nickels, man. I said, maybe I can get 10 cents a piece for the Buffalo ones, but really, we're not going to make a whole lot off of that. He said, just open the bag. So I open the bag, and it's all silver quarters. The whole entire bag is silver
Oh
quarters.
wow.
At the time, silver was almost $40 an ounce. It was at that real high point, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I, get them all out there. There's 953 of them. I said, all right, Doc, let me figure out how much I owe you here, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to figure out in my head, do I give him 6,800 or 6,700, you know what I mean? I'm real close, but I need to get the calculator out, to be more exact.
Right.
Before I can even get the calculator out, he goes, how about 900 bucks? I go, Doc, that's not even 4 times. I said, I got to give you at least 20 times here, And he goes, all bad. I have no wife, no kids, no parents, no aunts, no nieces, no nephews, no nothing. Just take it and go, and here's some gold to go with it. I
Huh.
went down and I scrapped out. I made $7,800 that day just in the silver
Nice.
alone.
That's awesome, dude. What a nice
Yep.
guy.
Well, there was nothing else he could do with it. He was retiring. He was literally retiring. He was done. He was only going to be in the business a couple more months. He had
Right.
plenty of money to live out the rest of his life, and there was really nothing, you know what I mean?
Nothing he could do about it.
Right, and I mean, there's no one else for him to leave it to. So he
Yeah.
just left it to me.
That's
And I'll
awesome.
be doing that. I don't have any kids and any family and really stuff like that. When I get older, that's the same thing I'll be doing.
Yeah.
So all he did was really pay it forward.
Right.
Yay, almost done with the last field. There is this
Almost
last
got all
field.
my sugar beets
There's not
planted.
another one to harvest yet.
I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
I don't own a sugar beet harvester.
Well, there's some more money wasted.
I'm
They're not
so
cheap.
I
I
am
hope you have some money.
I have 264,000.
That'll get you maybe the cheapest one.
That'll
Nah,
get you
I'll
a full
probably
behind.
probably what I'd do is lease the piece of equipment and just hope I make a profit off it.
Well, in that case, I would lease the biggest one.
Oh, 100%. I'm not doing my field that I have it on, which is a very decent sized field
Well,
with
time constraint. You know what I mean? You're not going to save a whole lot by getting a smaller one because you're going to have it longer.
right. And hell, I mean, I might even end up buying it in the end because I plan on doing them again. I know sugar beets bring in a decent profit if you do it once in a while.
They do. Sugar beets and potatoes both bring in the most.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done root crops on my channel, though. I am going to end up regretting it. I know it. Let me have a look at a sugar beet harvester here. See what they go for.
3/4 of the way done.
Wow. Okay. Cheapest one is $375,000.
I told you.
What's the leasing price on it? Whoa! $10,000?
That's not a lot of sugar beets. That's 2 truckloads.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's a half a truckload. A truckload pays like $20,000.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's not that bad.
No,
Because
it
it
is
doesn't take
not.
much to get a truckload.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's
But
not
I
that
would reach
bad.
the biggest one.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that's by the hour, bud.
Yeah,
That's
I
not the
know.
whole leaf cost, right?
So what I'm gonna do when I start that harvest is basically uh, set time to real time, so that way it's not speeding through at 5 times, which is what I usually have it at. That way, real time won't affect it. Really, it'd take me maybe on this field a good hour and a half to harvest all the sugar beets, so it really won't cost me that much.
No. You're looking at what, $15,000, one truckload.
Yeah,
One truckload goes back to them. And then you could have the guy harvest it, and there will be one truckload. You don't
yeah,
even have to do any of the work at all.
exactly.
Well, you have to pick it out. You have to empty you have to do the trailer yourself, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah.
Unless they got that follow thing. Did they have that follow thing in there, Tiny?
Not on
No, follow
console,
my mod, not on console.
which is kind of sad, because it would be really nice.
That's probably
Yeah,
coming.
it'd be nice, but
No,
no,
because
I don't.
it takes 4 keys on PC to even get it set up, and the amount of buttons you'd have to hit on console, it's just too much for them to handle.
Yeah, the console can't handle a script word for it.
They got it on 17.
Only on
Yeah, but
PC.
yeah, only on
No, they
PC.
got follow on 17 on console.
Nope, never had
Yeah,
it.
they do.
Nope,
You, well, I mean,
No?
he
nope.
is playing on console, remember?
I thought they had it. I never used it, but I thought they had it.
Only had it on. Only had it for PC
Yeah, I was pretty
Okay.
sure.
so far.
Because I had it when I played on PC, but I never could figure out how to work it because it took so many pushes of the button. And I didn't want to deal with it, so I ended up getting rid of it. But yeah, no, I don't. It's not on console.
So I'll talk to Top Gun tonight if I see him around and ask him about if he wants to do that.
Alrighty.
I know he'll do it. He's a Massachusetts guy, so you know Massachusetts people, right?
Oh man, I'm a Pennsylvania man. Massachusetts is like
Nah,
only like
nah,
20 hours
Massachusetts are
away.
massholes.
Hey man, I'm alright with that.
If you don't, like, I'm sure Tiny living in Connecticut has dealt with some Massachusetts people.
Try
Oh
dealing
yeah.
with a guy from
They're
Jersey.
different. Well, all I'm saying is the Massachusetts people are a little different.
Oh yeah. Everybody's different though. Let's see how this contract's going.
Alright, I got almost my 2 hours in, too. Here we go.
Get 16,000 for harvesting this
Fully
field of
paid off.
cotton.
I have $30,000 left over. So I have $300,000 to spend. We go get my capital gains and stop buying equipment.
It's pretty good, man.
I'm getting here.
You're a rich
I have
man.
to go back. You know, I have to go back to 300,000 in debt.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, but I'll have the equipment that I need. All right, let's start with a trailer, because I know I have to get a better trailer, a better tipper. That's what I should call it, a tipper.
Yeah.
How many pounds is that one? 31. 21 should be enough. And that is $27,000. Main color, red 5. Alright, now I got all the rest I left over for a harvester and a header. Let's take Massey Ferguson for 202.
It's not bad.
7347S. Well, I gotta look at the header and see what it is.
No, you're right, because after I harvest these sugar beets...
I could fit this 25-foot free flow on it.
After I harvest the sugar beets and whatever crop I choose to plant on my other 2 fields and sell all that, that put me well over 400,000. Which means I could get myself the cow pasture shed set up and get a or end up getting myself a forage harvester, whichever one I end up choosing.
8,600, 9,000. Oh, I'm better off getting...
I don't know.
I think I'm better off getting... This one holds 400 more pounds. A little bit more powerful. Alright, let's buy that one.
Part of me is still hesitant about all this.
And the header is... that one right there. Instead of a 7.6 meter header, it has a 9 meter header.
Right.
That'll make a big difference in time.
Oh, it really will. Let's get this thing set up over here. This goes down to spinnery. When it's filled up.
Is it the spinnery or spinery?
Spinnery.
Okay.
I like spinery better.
I know, it sounds like an old epic dinosaur. The
hey, watch out for the spinery. Uh-oh. I don't know if this thing's gonna fit across the bridge or not. Oh, just barely. Look at that. No room to spare at all.
Well, if I end up regretting the choice to get the sugar beet harvester and lease that, I'll know afterward, because then I'll see the mistake I had made. The only way to fix the problem is to make the mistake.
Good point.
So, may as well just go for it and see what happens, right?
May as well.
What am I gonna lose? $200,000? Drive it into a river and end up having to pay for it? Who cares? Jeez, what you building on the forest, dude?
Oh, I've been on this, oh hell, I've been working on this for almost a year now.
You building anything in particular?
Well, I have a massive cabin slash fortress with zip lines for escaping.
Oh, so you're building each section of the palace. You're not just building a cabin.
Oh no, everything I've built is all custom foundation and everything.
That's crazy, dude.
It's a massive, massive foundation, massive cabin.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 zip lines headed away from the cabin, just in case I end up under attack.
Right.
Because that way I can bail on the cabin and just go somewhere else.
So you're definitely not doing it in peaceful mode.
Oh no.
No fun of it. No fun of it in peaceful mode.
Nope.
And you don't have to look for Timmy because you already know he's dead.
Yep.
Screw the kid.
I beat the game, so you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm literally just screwing around.
Yeah.
Just seeing what I can build up and what
Did
I can't.
console get the gliders?
Yeah, they did. It was in one of the updates. I have yet to find the schematics, but I know where to go to get them.
Right.
There's an anchor off one of the shorelines here, somewhere in here.
Like a boat anchor?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's right on the beach, ain't it?
It's off the beach. Yep. All you gotta do is if you have the rebreather, you swim out to it and follow the chain down into the
down to the anchor.
Ocean bed.
Yeah, and pick up the schematic.
It takes you to an underwater cave under the ocean.
Oh, lovely.
It's got all the schematics for the glider in there. I think the crossbow is in there.
Yeah. A game I'm actually planning on getting is 7 Days to Die.
My oldest has it on Xbox One. He likes it.
It looks like a good game.
I know that got that game likes it.
I mean, it's a survival game. You got to survive zombie hordes. I mean, what's not fun about that? What I'm trying to figure out is, when I get it, I want to find a group of people I can play it with that I know aren't going to screw with me and end up getting me killed. So I'm going to be like, when I get it, I'm going to be like hunting people for that one, dude.
How much is it?
It's $30.
I don't know if I want to spend $30 on a game right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but $30? Nah, I'll wait for it to come on sale.
That is on sale.
Oh well.
Originally, it's $80.
Oh, they're definitely losing their minds.
That's for the season pass. I think without the season pass, it's like 15 or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't need no season pass.
I'll do some research later on.
I'll send some screenshots of this to the to Abad's community, if that's alright with Abad.
Hey, no, anything you want to do in the community is a good thing. Communication inside there is awesome. I don't care if you want to leave love letters to your wife in there. It doesn't matter to
me. You're going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to leave somebody a love letter in there now, dude.
Better hope they remember. If not, you're going to look mighty weird.
Right. They're not a member, so I'm going to look pretty weird. Alright, got to fill up my... fertilizer and...
I am now $245,000. Yep.
In the hole.
245,000 in the hole. 23,000 to work with. Yeah, but it was 300,000 in the hole a second ago.
That's not bad though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I got all the equipment that I needed. I got a new trailer. And I got a new harvester and a new header. So instead of cutting 3 meters, I'm cutting 9. And instead of only carrying 4,000 liters, I'm carrying 21,000 liters.
I bought myself a large container for an IT runner and get an IT runner trailer and fill the entire thing with liquid fertilizer. So I have to buy it less now.
Right.
So now I have a full thing of liquid fertilizer, and I won't be buying it every 5 seconds to refill the seeder.
There you go.
I just refill my seeder and call it good. And then when I need more, I can buy more. I'm probably going to end up later on buying fertilizer in bulk and just storing it and filling up the trailer when I need to.
Right.
Because, I mean, the trailer that holds, I believe, 9,000? 9,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. I'm not going to complain about that, man. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
And the seeder only holds 1,000 liters, so every time I fill it up, I'm only using 1,000 liters out of my tank.
It's okay. It is 10 in the afternoon, so I am what? In the game time, I am 27 hours into the game, because I think they start you at 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning, somewhere around there, right?
Yep.
So according to the game, its own time, I'm 27 hours in, you know?
Yep.
And I have 2 new tractors, field fixer, a plow, a DC 910, a new harvester, a new header, and 3 pieces of land.
No cultivator? Oh wait, no, the DC 910 cultivates it.
Yeah, it does all of that. It cultivates, sows, and fertilizes all on its own.
Right.
So I mean, I've spent easily probably $750,000.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
You know,
you're doing pretty well off for yourself, dude.
Yeah, and we're only into the 2nd day in the game. You know?
I'm on. I think it tells you in 19 what day you're on, doesn't it? Tiny.
Yeah, it gives you the days. Yep.
Where do you find all that?
It only does. I don't know if it gives it to you in stats on 19, but it does give it to you if you're on seasons.
See, it does it on finances on 17, and Monday was my first day, and then today. So there is no other days filled up on it. You know, so I mean, I'm literally in the 2nd day of the game, and I've already got all this equipment and 3 pieces of land. So we're ready to roll.
Yeah. I've used
doing missions.
over 98,000 liters of fertilizer. Wow.
Well, if you think about it, I've been through a complete cycle, right?
Yeah.
So if I've been through a complete cycle, and I'm harvesting every field as they need to be harvested, it means I've harvested every field on this map once.
Yep. Okay, so time played on this map total is 15 hours and 20 minutes.
Right.
So I've been grinding hard. I mean, my tractor has, I think, my John Deere 82 45R has been running for 8 days. I need to repair that. Remind me of that later, please. I have 7 hours on that, and it's made me it's dropped down from $300,000 in worth to $171,000.
Wow.
I have been grinding that thing like no tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like it, man.
How am I doing with my chickens, though? I need to make sure they're fed and they're laying me eggs. They are laying me eggs.
All right, guys. This is where I'm going to stop this stream at this point, and we'll continue on next time. Probably be tomorrow sometime. God bless everyone. I appreciate all of yous, and remember, subscribe, man. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free.
Yeah.
God bless.
Oh, man. You're making my field bigger, plow? As a plow? Thank you. I appreciate that, tractor. Oh, bad.
Yes.
I think you guys have it in 17. The in auger wagons, the Stara, the Ninja.
Right.
I bought that and filled it with seeds, so I don't have to buy seeds anymore.
Nice. But you can buy a You can, yeah.
The seed auger wagon?
Yeah, you don't need that.
Using that once, I'm already half empty on that small auger wagon that holds the seeds. So I bought the bigger wagon, the bigger auger wagon for like crops and stuff like that to hold twice as much seed.
I think for $8,000 you can buy a funnel that never runs out of seeds.
Yeah, but where's the realism in that, dude?
Replace it. That's real.
Yeah,
it just means that a truck comes every week and refills your thing.
But it doesn't show that, dude. There's no fun in that if it doesn't show a truck coming and filling up your tank.
No fun if
it doesn't charge you for it either. It doesn't charge you for the refills.
Yes, it does. It charges you every time you use some. Just like
well, yeah. Does. Yeah, but that's no big deal.
I mean, it's the same way your propane tank works. I mean, you don't see the propane guy come every time. It doesn't mean he didn't stop in while you wasn't paying attention and fill you up.
Alright, fair enough. But I still think it's funner to watch me fill up my seeds.
And also, what is it, Westbrook? I think Westbrook has gas tanks on there that's on the farm.
Yeah, they do.
You know, but a tractor has to come in and fill that up.
Sussex Farms, they have a gas tank there, but you have to go and fill it up yourself.
Okay. Chat's busted.
My chat's busted?
KFS Logging is commenting in your channel.
Alright, give me a second, KFS. Sorry about that, dude. My chat must be is apparently busted again. Big surprise.
Gonna get sued by Giant for humming their song.
Well, we're all screwed now. Hey, KFS. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm glad the other car was in the wrong, at least. I'd hate to hear that you were the one that was in the wrong. I hope you get better, man. I'm real sorry to hear you got in a car wreck.
That's bites. I'm sorry to hear that too, man.
Yeah, that's
never a good day.
That's a bite in the butt right there.
I don't know what that millennial would do. I mean, that would be the end of his life if he can't afford to stand in line.
Right? Well, thankfully it wasn't his fault.
I learned something. A lot of people have a problem when 3 small things happen at the same time. Like, let's go with big things. Let's say you come home and, you went to work and you lost your job that day. And then you come home and your wife fights with you and takes off with the kids. Then you get a call and your dad just went in the hospital. You know a lot of people off themselves that day because of that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much.
No, it's just 3 things happened in succession. You know what I mean? And they can't deal. And I'm like, gee, I'm going to pay attention to that. Next time I stop feeling... Yeah, go ahead.
My oldest brother took his life when I was 15 years old. For that same reason. He
just
had
3 things, huh?
2 or 3 things go wrong in one day, and he just couldn't handle it. But he was also manic depressant. So
that's what happens.
That didn't help the situation either.
Right.
My ex-fiance took her life after she got sexually assaulted a week after her father passed away, and then she had a miscarriage. Yeah. So basically, it was one misfortune after another that just drove her to.
Well, all I'm saying is, I know we have a small audience, and you guys are here, so just pay attention to stupid stuff like that, because it's the stupid things that'll do things to you. You know what I mean? Mm. And it can be 3 small things. I mean, someone got into an argument with you. Your phone is getting emails too many times in a day by the same company, driving you crazy, and a collector just called because you haven't paid your freaking cable bill. And you collect it, and you're off yourself. And you're off. And when you get down to it, none of them mounted the squat.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I went with 3 pretty big things, but that's going to the extreme. The odds of all of that happening to you in one day. Well, if you can survive that, you should have went to Vietnam, because you're a freaking hero.
Yeah. Well, does that mean I'm a hero for surviving the telemarketer that calls me 5 times every day?
No.
Take it. I thought I was gonna be a hero, man.
Hold on, man. I'm gonna grab myself a cup of coffee, guys. I'll be right back.
Go for it. All bad's a hero for putting up with us. Oh man, I am actually starting to regret planting the sugar beets, dude.
I did, I don't know if you've ever taken a look at Ballincraig Estates. It's a small Irish-based map in 17, and I did sugar beets on field number 2, and I ended up with 116,000 liters off of that field and I did it with the home topper and the pull behind sugar beet harvester.
Right.
Took me about a day.
Yeah.
But,
Alright, to my 3 viewers, you can definitely comment now. I have my phone here, just so you know. My chat is not considered broken.
I'm one of the 3, and then you're one of the 3, and
yeah, and whoever
I'd
else is
imagine
there.
KFS is the 3rd.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I did a field in Goldcrest Valley with the pull behind on the tractor.
Mm-hmm.
That drove me crazy in itself. But yeah.
Well, I don't mind the pull behind stuff. I think it's kind of neat. Of course, I like the smaller fields and the older equipment too.
And you are a fan of like the oldie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you are a fan of smaller stuff too. I mean, you use old irons in most of your videos that I've noticed.
Yep. I'm working on Welkers on 19 right now.
Welkers is a good one.
Doing the Shelby Geo mod for seasons, and I managed to get my wheat harvested on the main field that you start out with.
Yep.
I ended up with just under 400,000 liters of wheat off of that field.
Wow.
And I'm picking up the straw source with that new pelletizer mod that we got.
Yeah, the pellets.
Yeah, and I'm storing that in my silo. I put up 2 of the multi-fruit silos on the main farm around the original silos.
Yep.
And I'm storing all the pellets because you can use the pellets for chicken feed.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy it. Or you can just use regular wheat, whatever. And when I have enough money, I'll put up one of the pellet holes so I can pelletize the pellets and sell them.
Alright, that's cool. That's actually real cool.
But I've been doing a lot of contracts on that map just to keep the money coming in.
Yeah, you're gonna have
and
to.
I'm running it on a 3-day seasons rotation, so you gotta be quick about what you're doing when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Can't be screwing around waiting to do something.
Yeah, because if you have animals on that server, you gotta be feeding them constantly or they die.
Yeah.
You have to do a bunch of missions if you want to get ahead without money cheats.
And I really don't like using money cheats.
I only used them one time. That was to get that trophy on Fs19.
Yeah, I used it once for that trophy
like
as well.
50 of them. I had the trophy in like 10 minutes of game time, which I fast forwarded.
Yeah.
I think 1 hour or 2 hours went by, and that's it, trophy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Get rid of these now.
11 on my trophy list. What am I, let me see. Yeah, I'm 97% of the way through 10. So if I even get a silver trophy, I'll go to 11.
Hey, do me a favor. Look at my profile and tell me what my trophy level is. I'm actually curious to know now.
I'm getting there. Tiny is level 11 already.
Wow.
And you are level 5. Level 5, bro.
I suck at trophies.
You know how fast they go by at that? You play like one game, you'd be like level 7.
So basically 5 is good.
No. No, 5 is weak.
Okay, well I'm sorry. I'm not a strong person.
I can't do it.
At least it's above 4.
I mean, I sat at 8, man, and I was like, that's it. I got to go to at least 10. And I got that farm shelter, Fallout shelter.
Mm-hmm.
I golded that thing out in like 3 weeks. I platinumed that thing out, moved me right up to 10. So if you go to like Fallout Shelter, spend like 2 weeks in it, you'll get the platinum in it. You'll be at like level 8.
So
Level
basically,
7 or level 8.
the way to get trophies is to just play
The
games.
bigger, yeah, the bigger the trophy you get, the more points you get off of it. All right, but the more trophies that you have, like the higher you go up in levels, the less the trophy's worth. But right now, you'll get like 20% for a gold. You know, you'll get like
Right.
5% for a bronze, 10% for a silver, and 20% for a gold, and like 50% or something for a platinum. So by the time you get all the golds and the silvers and the golds and the platinum out of that, you'll definitely be at least 7.
All right.
You know,
Well,
and
I
it's
got
fast and easy,
Skyrim,
and it's
so
free.
I can grind Skyrim.
Well, grinding Skyrim takes a little bit different amount of work. The gold, get all the gold in Skyrim, all the way up to the platinum, probably take you, I don't know, I figure at least 250 hours.
Well, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. But it's more
I
interesting than Fallout Shelter.
Well, I mean, Skyrim's a fascinating game. It is.
Well, you know, if I see someone and they got a platinum in Skyrim and they got a platinum in Fallout Shelter, which one do you think I'm going to be more impressed with?
Probably Fallout.
Fallout.
Really? No, I'm gonna be more impressed with Skyrim, man. It's a bigger game.
It's the reason I own Fallout 4 is because my oldest was playing Fallout Shelter.
Fallout Shelter is not a bad game. I mean, it's really not bad. Oh, and by the way, you can fast scale time in that too, so you don't have to do all that waiting. You know, they have like cola points in there,
Yep.
and you can use the cola points to get them to move back and forth real fast. But you waste all your bottles doing that, and you're gonna want to save them. You know what I mean? But there's another way to do it. You can fast forward time in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, like you'll send people out on missions, and you know, like you'll have like 3 different groups going out later, you know, and there'll be like 10 hours, 8 hours, and 14 hours. You can just fast forward 14 hours and have all 3 of them there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, nice.
In a matter of seconds, rather than waste them Coca bottles or cola bottles, whatever they are.
Nuka-Cola?
Yeah, Nuka-Cola, exactly.
My oldest is
Don't
playing
waste them.
Fallout 76 right behind me as we speak.
Yeah, do not waste your Nuka-Cola bottles. Do not waste them. They do not come cheap and easy.
Right.
You know?
I definitely want to grind Skyrim out a little bit, though. Yeah. Like, at least an hour or so a day.
Wasting Nuka-Cola bottles, you're going to be spending money in a game. The only way to get through that game free is don't waste your Nuka-Cola bottles. Don't waste your
Right. But when it comes down to Skyrim, though, I get to a certain point in the game and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Well, just ask me, man. I've been through that game so many times. Not much I don't know about it anymore.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Colin's pretty good at that game, too.
Yeah.
Little old Colin knows a ton about that game. I mean, he knows, like, every name of everything. I can't do that.
My oldest is like that. As soon as he talked me into buying Fallout 4, he, I played it, get an idea for the game, and this is two years ago, ish.
Right.
I played it for a little bit, and it caught my interest a little, and then I said, okay, don't overwrite my save file, have at it. The freaking kid went ballistic on it. He's got it for Xbox One now, and he's downloading mods, trying this, trying that. He'll get pissed because he'll download a mod and it locks up the whole system.
Oh no!
So he's gotta restart the system and then uninstall the mod, try and find something else that he wants to try.
Right. I've got I gotta get. All right, I think I gotta do one more thing or 2 more things in the because I got all 4 of the shops set up. in the Thieves Guild, and I'll have that trophy. Bringing the Thieves Guild back to this former glory.
Alright, guys, that's going to be it for this stream. I hope
Four
you all have a great
more.
night.
Alright.
Oh, I'm not.